Hi, I'm John and welcome to What's Cooking. You know, it's getting real close to Thanksgiving time and I want to do some cranberry sauce. This isn't your great Aunt Martha's cranberry sauce. This is a little something different, a little bit fun that you can kind of wow your family with. So, we're going to start out with pomegranate juice. Now, you can find pomegranate juice at your stores, which is really great because it was really hard to find before. And we're going to go ahead and start by putting in our pomegranate juice. There, very nice. As you can see, my pan was already hot. And we've got bay leaves. We've got a couple bay leaves, 2, 3. Now the bay leaves are very important. People really omit the bay leaves too often. It gives that nice, earthy, kind of a floral flavor to your finished product. And then we're going to go with the cinnamon sticks. Get a nice quality cinnamon stick. There's a couple different kinds out there. And there we go. Then after that, we're going to add our dates. Now, you can chop your dates up or you can leave them whole. Once again, if you've been watching me, I prefer to leave things whole because I like the texture. And I'm going to put them all in there. And then after that, we're going to put in some vinegar. Now, here's kind of a subjective thing for you. This is apple cider vinegar. I prefer apple cider vinegar or rice wine vinegar. To me, the other vinegars are just a little bit too strong and can kind of detract in a way. So, vinegar right in there. Now, some of you are saying, oh, he's putting vinegar in there. It's already tart. Don't worry, we're going to balance this out with the brown sugar. Now, the other ingredient is ginger. Now this is kind of fun. This is a pickled ginger, and of course you can find this in the store now also. And if you prefer, go ahead and use the fresh ginger, or if you like powdered, that's perfectly fine too. But the pickled ginger gives a really, really interesting flavor. And once again, it's that same thing with the vinegar. It's not an overpowering flavor. And I'm going to leave these whole because what's going to happen, eventually these will cook down. And that's plenty. Now, I know you've been waiting for the cranberries. They're coming. We've got brown sugar. Prefer brown sugar. You can use white sugar if you want, and molasses if you like, but brown sugar gives the best flavor. And we're going to put in quite a bit of brown sugar. Now, what you've been waiting for, the fresh cranberries. And as you know, the cranberries grow really, really well on the coast where I'm from. So I grew up around these, and it's really amazing watching them harvest these in the bogs, how they flood the bogs, and then they just kind of trowel them off. It's really, really neat. So I'll put quite a few cranberries in there. Now the really neat thing about making cranberry sauce is it's really hard to overcook it. We're going to just keep cooking this and keep cooking this until it just comes down to a nice, tight, almost jammy texture. And then to top it off, we have orange zest. Now, once again, this is all subjective. You can put as much or as little as you like of the orange zest in there. I don't like too terribly much because to me, the orange can become a very, very overpowering flavor. Now, we're going to just kind of give this a little jiggle around, get everything going. And what you want to do at this point is once the sugar has melted and everything's incorporated, we're going to just take our finger, and yes, take your finger, it's your best tools that you have, and we're going to taste it. Now, I think it needs just a touch more sugar, because what it's going to taste like right now is what it's going to taste like when it's done, as far as your vinegar and sugar component go. I'm going to grab a little bit more brown sugar like we talked about, and I think that will do her. Oh yeah, Perfect, tastes great. Okay, now that we've got this going, oh man, does that smell really good too. Let this go for about, a couple hours on a very low heat, or as long as you like, just as long as your heat is low enough until it gets a nice jammy texture. We're gonna let this go, and I thank you so much for joining me, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.